What's up? Today I'm gonna be doing a reaction video to part 7 because it was brought to my attention that I didn't upload the part 7 that I had and I deleted it. So here we are. I don't know if I even seen this. Maybe I just didn't see it and I skipped over it. So we'll see.
What made him this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated?
So it plagues us every time,
This is the story of Chris Chan.
Like, what is he wondering? What is he like thinking about? Is he thinking? You never know. This picture like asks a lot of questions.
Captain's logs, stardate, October 21st, 2008. Well, it's done. Blanca and I, well, she broke up with me because the pickle man tricked me again. A few more.
Isn't that the wildest sentence you'll ever hear in your life? Blanca dumped me because the pickle man was at it again. Like, what kind of life is this?
Stupid photos.
And to be genuinely depressed.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, isn't this because he sent naked pictures of himself to a troll, basically?
She saw them. She got angry. She broke up with me. So, I'm sad.
Still refusing to accept that Blanca might have been a troll, Christian believes that she broke up with him because of the photos that the pickle man leaked.
I love how he just says it so nonchalantly, like that isn't hilarious, that he still is in denial that it was a troll.
Onto Encyclopedia Dramatica.
It's even funnier that there was two trolls, fundamentally arguing with each other, and they both know they're trolls, so they were just fake pretending to argue for the sake of, like, I don't know, Chris, I guess?
The jerks and trolls who wanted to break us up are happy. Because all you did was make me feel sad, depressed, and you made me crash into slumber a couple of times.
He's in a depression because of you trolls, because of the pickle man ruining everything. Like fucking, I don't know, like a cartoon villain.
And it takes a lot of stress and exhaust and such to make a person feel like they're gonna crash and burn into a whole bunch of into a long slumber. So anyway, I'm sad, and Blanca is sad too, and even more sad because her grandma died.
Nevertheless, he had the energy to give an update about Panda Halo and Jimmy Hill.
Panda Halo is the moderator for the fan site on that I officially approved. She's also helped me against the imposter Jimmy Hill again.
Oh yeah, how many? There's the Liquid Chris before Liquid Chris, Jimmy Hill. I love that, man.
Buy anything from that.
It's hard not to want to mock people that are like Chris Chan. I mean, look at this guy. How would you not want to mock him? He's like shoving it in your face, begging you to do it.
Mr. Imposter, because y'all know he did the same thing to Warner Bros. Years ago, and he was put to jail for it. So he deserves to be put in jail.
I love that
again.
Elaborate backstory that Warner Bros.
Now,
also was on
I'm
him.
gonna sulk some more, and maybe I'll upload this video. I don't know. Y'all take care. Be safe.
2 days later, Jessie Ruddy revealed herself to have been untrue, and their relationship ended in an explosive chat in which she branded him a homosexual, with Chris defending himself by professing his desires for sexual practices to be.
Hold on, let me read this. So who's the real winner here? That's the power of you're gay. Enjoy shoving pickles up your asshole. That's the power of my straight. You're not straight, Chrissy. I am. These pictures of you in bras and panties say otherwise. Oh, nah. So I heard you like pickles in your asshole. Says a lot of people try on the opposite underwear of the opposite sex. I don't think that's a really good defense here. I don't think a lot of people do that. I mean, unless you're really curious, I guess. You love the cock. You want a huge cock in your mouth and asshole. No! I love vagina! No! I want vagina on my nose! What the fuck? On your nose? What the fuck? That's a double take right there. Vagina doesn't love you. I want breasts on my ass. What the fuck? Who says that? What kind of like that is not a turn on? I don't know who is this for? I want breasts on your like who like are you gonna ask a woman that you want breasts on your ass? I don't know why he goes like over that so quickly. I want long hair stroking my back. What the fuck? So he wants to be pegged? I don't know what the fuck. Like what do you mean on your back? That shit doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
Unto him by a woman.
I have a woman's tongue in my mouth. What? And I have mine and hers. Oh wow. That's your father's tongue.
October 26th.
What is this, an actual child that he's arguing with? He can't even spell tongue right.
Took part in
Hold on. I am ripe with glee. Hell nah. How many Sonichu fans are there?
a fan chat through IRC, trying to bounce back from his
I don't think I
breakup
did
with
see
Blanca.
this.
During an impromptu question and answer session, he admitted that he was already seeing someone else, claiming her name was Chloe. According to him, they met at a GameStop while pre-ordering Little Big Planet.
What a lie. What a lie. This never happened, Chris. You would never I mean, you were probably pre-ordering Little Big
To
Planet.
second base together.
Want to know what you think about Muslims delaying Little Big Planet? They delayed the game because they did not want a song that was used in the game. Crazy. Do you like the two lyrics that the song translated, two sentences of Apocalypse? They didn't want the children, blah blah blah. But the song was in another language that had been understood in most countries. Also, Sony could have made a downloadable patch to delete the.
According to his story, this would mean that they were dating at the same time that Chris thought of Blanca as his true sweetheart, supporting the theory that Chloe was a fabrication. When asked about her just over a year later, he had absolutely
Supporting
no
the
recollection of
theory.
her. The name might have been a reference to Chloe Rosechew, an original character created by Sarah Cassandra Mackenzie.
That's just sad. Using a literal made-up character. Not even coming up with a new
Chris uploaded his
character.
first Q&A video, in which he answered 10 questions from Sonichu fans.
This is the first Q&A video of a lot of Q&A videos of questions from Sonichu fans on the internet. Anyway, y'all know who I am. And this is Lil Chris. Tape I put together at Creative Career.
Chris
This
introduces
is
Little Chris,
insanity.
which he created at a Create a Critter workshop after winning a gift certificate.
And this man wants to have a child named Crystal. Look at this guy.
From a radio station years ago.
Good little bear. And this is my guitar.
Look at his
Y'all
background.
should know my guitar.
It's not even
this
a
is
real
my,
guitar.
wristband. I put it on my wrist for when I play guitar.
That's
Now, on to the
okay.
questions.
During the Q&A session, he reveals that he gets his clothes from Goodwill or the Salvation Army, and discusses Black Sonichu and Nate Cirque.
Sergeant Jail's a quick bill. What happens when they
Or
commit crimes?
Blake.
What's the worst crime? We have jails. Same as everywhere else. Trial, then sentence. After being turned guilty or innocent. And the worst crime? Importing cigarettes or...
No, I think the worst crime might be incest of your old mother. I think, importing cigarettes or alcohol, that I don't know. And just that's my opinion.
or alcohol, which the sentence for that would be 10 years or $1,500 fine. Case dismissed.
10 years or a $1,500 fine, like those are just heavily outweighed like judgments. Like, okay, either going to 10 years in prison, and that's 10 years and you're never getting back, or I don't know, give me $1,500 and we'll call it even Steven.
It's Chloe.
And for my tale, what's the status of my love life?
Boyfriend free
100%
girl
heart.
list.
Met the girl named Chloe at the GameStop where we have reserved.
He's holding on to that lie pretty
She
hard.
lives around here on Dickerson Road. That's nearby.
Just so you guys know.
Other details I will leave discreet because I do not want to reveal any more information than necessary for there can be imposters on the internet trying to get a cheap laugh, whatnot. Oh, look at me, I'm a troll. I think I play around as a girl. Hello? Not a good idea.
This guy's
Quick,
nuts.
The sentence for that would be 20 years prison or $2,000 fine.
So what, does he think that each year in prison's like what, $100? Like it's like worthwhile, like the equivalent of $100. So each year in prison's $100. I mean, that just doesn't even make sense, bro. I mean, what is this? What is this?
Case dismissed.
Christian is asked if he would become a sperm donor.
And when I would become a sploin donor.
You can't even say it right. Just say it
That's
right.
it.
Say it. Say
That's it for
sperm.
the Q&A, but I want to close this with a comment from somebody else
You're just making it worse.
that wants to confirm my identity. A friend of mine, whose name shall remain anonymous at the moment. She says, "Okay, Chris, if you read out this message I sent, I'll know it's you. Please just read it out in full, and then the trolling should stop. I want to talk with you and catch up on everything. You know it's me because I used the word ban."
He unintentionally reveals the identity of the person in question.
I only talk to you on if I'm 100% sure it's just between you and me from Megan Schroeder.
Literally reveals her identity at the end there. Oh my god. Oh my god. How shameless.
Internet bullies.
Shame the internet bullies. Here's her address, here's her full name and phone number, and shame on you bullies and whatever you do with that information.
Megan's actual words or those of a troll who assumed her identity. On the same day, he uploaded a video showcasing his skills on the game Guitar Hero World's Tour, playing the song Heartbreaker by Pat Benatar. In the video description, he asked viewers to vote for him in the GameStop Be a Star sweepstakes competition held by GameStop to promote the release of the game Guitar Hero World's Tour. The contest asked people to send in photos of themselves in a Guitar Hero pose, and the picture with the most votes would win a $400 GameStop gift card. It was rumored that the winner would also be included as a playable character in the game, but this was proven to be false. This was Christian's entry. He uploaded yet another video on the same day in which he played through his custom-made level in Little Big Planet, based on the events from Sonichu Episode 1. Even though there is no audible commentary from Chris, it is most likely that he did provide it during the recording session, as his in-game character's mouth moves, which happens when the player speaks into a microphone connected to the gaming system.
Just in case you didn't get it from the
The
actual
following
pictures.
day, he uploaded a video in which he shows the optional race dash available in his level. On October 31st, two trolls put up a sign on the front lawn of Christian's house. The sign read, Encyclopedia Dramatica, and also featured an illustration of a black man in a pickle suit.
The pickle man strikes again.
Christian page on ED, getting two
He's like the
difficult to manage.
boogeyman of Chris's
Hogstaff
life.
founded the Quickie, a Wikipedia-style database solely dedicated to cataloging Chris's past and present activities. On November 11th, Christian announced on his Sonichu site that he had won the Be a Star sweepstakes after trolls collectively got together to vote for his photo, under the misconception that his likeness would be included in Guitar Hero. He claimed that he
What
would
a
share
missed
$400
opportunity.
gift card with his church congregation, only to later confess that he spent a sizable portion of it on himself by purchasing games for the Nintendo Wii. 3 days later, he posted several videos concerning the game Little Big Planet. In the first, Chris plays through his custom-made level styled after the cartoon Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Next, he demonstrates how to
What a
create your own
beast of a
Sonic-looking
character. That just looks so
Later that day,
crazy.
he uploaded another video with audible commentary for the first time.
Hello, y'all should know me by now. All the people on the Little Big Planet.
I don't think it's a Little Big Planet community.
If not, my name is Christian Chandler. Okay.
He previews the idea of a collector's case, which he designed to store all in-game items he receives.
Basically, the idea of the whole collector's case here is backing up all your items so that when you get to that point, you just back up all your items into each of these little boxes. And if you feel like you need one of those items for level you're working on, you just come back into the level. You just come back into your own version of this level after you add your items, and go get them.
In a separate video, he shows off his own personal collection in his own collector's case.
This is so, like, pointless. We get it. Everything is Sonichu. Anything that can be made Sonichu themed is gonna be made Sonichu themed. His casket is gonna be a Sonichu logo.
10 days later, he made a video telling the story of his experiences with the PS3, told through a custom Little Big Planet level.
They combined a few so many games in my collection. And no doubt.
Like,
In
why?
November, Vivian G took part in an online creative writing project called National Novel Writing Month, which calls for participants to write a 50,000-word manuscript during the month of November. Vivian's story was called A Girl Who Brought Down the World, in which
She really wrote an entire book about Chris Chan. A 50,000-word book.
Christopher Winfield Vega, a character who resembled Chris in many ways, eventually becomes the supreme ruler of the entire world. Strewn throughout the story are references to Chris's own life, as she attempted to show him the error of his ways in a creative manner. When the novelette was finished, she sent it to his home address, hoping that he would read it. Upon receiving
And to have that entire thing written out and it still falls upon deaf ears and was never read.
he was most concerned about who was going to pay for shipping. But since NaNoWriMo could send the writers one free copy of their own story, it is likely that Vivian offered Christian's address instead. When he brought up the book again months later, he admitted that he had not read it yet. On December 1st, Chris confessed to Panda
What
Halo
a
that he was
shame.
looking forward to possibly making a new gal pal. I just went out to Golden Corral with my father.
And that was someone that was genuinely trying to help Chris. Like, literally.
Stayed home because she didn't feel well. Anyway, I've made a new gal pal today. The server who served me and my father. She was cute. Her name is Caitlin. Eventually, she commented on the Family Guy episode I was playing on my PSP. I introduced myself
Oh,
to her.
that's where you fucked up, Caitlin. You shouldn't have said anything about Chris besides his
And
food.
there was a peaceful spark. I left her a note on a napkin.
She wanted my fucking dick after she commented about that Family Guy episode. I knew I was pulling it in at that point.
I noted my being internet famous and mentioned Sonichu.net, then listed my phone number in inquisition of being friends. If I'm there again, I'll make a note to talk to her again.
Here's
Ask-
my website, sonichu.net, and also here's my number if you ever want to contact me too. And fuck it. You want a Sonichu medallion while we're at
about
it?
her among the staff. My family and I personally know a couple of the other Femol staff members, both older and taken. He never mentioned her again. Throughout the last month of the year, Christian continued to make sporadic appearances in the Sonichu Fans IRC, in which he updated his fans on his personal goings-on and answered any questions. During these chats, Vivian confronted Chris with fake information that challenged his worldviews, such as asking him about non-Caucasian female fans and telling him that a gay fan found him attractive. In an IRC
Hold
conversation,
on, what did it say about him? There was a lot. Yeah,
with
okay.
his fans on his personal goings-on. And answered any questions. During these chats, Vivian
Do you want to write a novel or a short story? Yeah, it's either accept me for who I am or wasn't meant to be at all. It's similar to if she wouldn't stay because the guy farted and she wouldn't take with a grain of salt, or if she hangs her panties and bras. Like, what the fuck?
confronted Chris with fake information that challenged his worldviews, such as asking him about non-Caucasian female fans and telling him that a gay fan found him attractive. In an IRC conversation from December 15th, a purportedly female user named Blue Spike asked Chris whether he would
The introduction of Blue Spike, it's around. Yo,
film a
it's
tour
about
of
to
his
get
house.
dark with
He
this
said he'd
person.
consider it. 3 days later, he revealed that he paid $35 to have Sonichu copyrighted. In the same chat, Vivian informed Chris of a Sonichu fan named Ryan Cash, who killed himself when he heard that there would be no more Sonichu comics released, as long as the
It's an obviously appropriate response, though.
ED page was still up. Christian said that he was saddened by it, but still made sure to advertise a virtual meeting place for Sonichu fans in PlayStation Home. He added that he would consider making a tribute video for Ryan. On December 22nd, Vivian brought up Ryan Cash again, claiming that his family hoped that their son's death did not upset Chris too much. He confessed that he had an emotional moment, but was feeling better.
I was feeling something about it earlier, but, I feel better about it now. His death, whatever.
He offered a message for the family. Try to move on and live life as peacefully as possible. I'm sure Ryan would have wanted his family to be happy as much as possible. I know that God and Jesus would have told them the same thing from the Bible. 5 days later, Christian and Panda Halo had an allegedly private chat during which she told him that Robert Simmons had come to Australia for a visit and that she met up with him. She constantly teased Christian, inciting jealousy, by saying that Robert was a really nice guy and that they went to the beach together, where she got to try out her new bikini. When she asked about a possibility of a threesome involving Rob, Chris, and herself, Christian confessed that he was against it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm
Because
against
masturbation,
it.
which they referred to by Christian's preferred euphemism as
Masturbating. Masturbating.
he admitted that he would be willing to be penetrated by a strap-on dildo when they're finally together, and also said that he would have sex with a female dog for her, specifically.
Why? Why? No, I'm against the threesome, but I'll fuck a dog for you.
A collie. Christian also revealed
It's
that he
gotta be a
bought
collie, though, specifically.
a
I can't do
chocolate
anything
condom
other
for
than
$1,
that.
which he will be saving
Not a
for the first
pug.
time. He also confessed that he loved her. The next day, they had
I would
another
fuck a dog for you. I love you.
chat in which they discussed more private details, such as Chris's fecal incontinence. During the conversation, Panda confessed that she was having emotional and painful period pains, and unleashed a series of bizarre outbursts at Christian. It especially angered her when he said that he wasn't up for cybersex at the moment. Panda instructed Chris to fuck a dick you're a gay anal sex. He later revealed that he lacked inspiration for making YouTube videos due to his sudden internet fame. Panda said that he must suck being famous for fucking being a fucking retard with autism, you shit.
Was that just them being honest for once? Or like, the mask came off
He
for a
took little notice
second.
of her verbal eruptions, and in general was growing distant in their interactions. Panda Halo finally managed to convince Chris to film his first video in over 2 months.
Captain's log. I wish to express my deepest appreciation for everybody who voted for me on the Guitar Hero Be a Star contest, and for allowing me to be the first to win the first of the $400 gift cards weekly there.
He also addresses Ryan Cash's family.
And for Ryan Cash and his family, I feel for you, and I'm sorry.
I feel
But,
bad.
Best thing you could do for Ryan and yourselves, just to move on. Try to be happy in the future.
What a wise words
So
from
much
Chris.
power. That's a lot worse than when that child locked himself in the room after That's seen Optimus Prime die in the original movie.
What are you talking
He
about?
informs his fans that Sonichu Issue 8 will be released in early January.
What a
and
weird
announces that the
comparison
first
to
meeting
make
of
it
the
someone's
Sonichu Home
death.
Club over on the PlayStation Home Network
Apparent
will
death.
take place on January 2nd.
Do not leave me, fans, because more is to come, definitely. But just depends on my inspiration. I get a lot of stress in my life, and it sometimes hinders me, and even my mental block. I am a little embarrassed from saying that, but it's a truth. But you can depend on me to have the comics up as soon as possible at my own pace. So patience will be greatly rewarded.
He'll be
Thank y'all very
given the
much,
comics of the
and have a
gods.
pleasant day,
Well, basically Berserk
Talk to y'all again in
2.0.
2009.
2 days later, Cassie Rosechew emailed Chris letting him know that she and her friend Sarah May created Sonichu Girls, a web forum dedicated to the female fanbase of Sonichu. He quickly came and introduced himself to everyone, and proclaimed that he empathized with the Pharaohs.
Finally, my people. I don't agree with dudes. They always want to take you from me.
Sex.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm still single either. Even my own mother finds me handsome. What a way to what a sentence. What a sentence. Yet sometimes she reminds me that if I'm so handsome, why won't any woman in person approach me during my sweetheart search? Why does no one approach me begging for pussy with a sign out? Well, I'm waiting to be personally approached by an 18 to my age at that time. How old is he at this point? Boyfriend-free girl, caring, smoke-free, non-alcoholic, white girl. Why does she have to be a white girl too? That's already asking a lot. I did feel lonesome. Yet at the end of each time out of the location, I do feel a sad moment. I think maybe a next time, dude. Wow, man. Wow.
I feel that I am truly in touch with my feminine side, to the point where I'm capable of...
Where you're about to become the boyfriend-free girl. That's so much foreshadowing to him trying to, do a sex change. And literally that's all he did, was change his sex so he could fucking, identify with his feminine side more and maybe get a chance of getting laid better, but that's not gonna happen, obviously.
Learning from that to better understand how to treat women in a caring, nurturing, positive way. I've also learned from Red Skelton of how to be a gentleman. Sometimes I wonder between...
I've also learned from Andrew Tate on how to be a gentleman.
Caring attitude and the lack of a sweetheart if I was born the wrong gender. I wonder what life would have been like if I had actually been born a girl. But afterwards, I'd realized that I should still appreciate being born a boy to gentleman. God gave me the package, and I signed for it.
God gave me the package, and I signed for that bitch. Hell nah. Not until later on. It's funny, he says that now, and then he's like, fuck it, I'll become a bitch.
Thanked his female fandom for treating him like a king. On that same day, Gay for Sonichu, a web forum of gay Sonichu fans, was founded by one named Ignatius
Gay
J.
for
Riley, named after a
Sonichu.
character from the novel A Confederacy of Dunces by John Kennedy Toole. On January 2nd, 2009, Christian held his first Sonichu Home Club get-together. This event was recorded and later transcribed, but that video has since disappeared and thought to be lost.
Lost in time, the lost archives,
On
man.
the same day,
The
he
forgotten
received an email
script.
from someone claiming to be Takashi Tezuka, a famous video game director associated with Nintendo. He stated that Nintendo were going to introduce...
How many, give me a quarter every time that Chris falls for someone at Nintendo trying to get Sonic. We're trying to get you personally to, let us sign for the right to Sonichu, even though they have Sonic and Pikachu, rights. If they wanted it to happen, they could do it without Chris.
City Folk for the Nintendo Wii, but during development, they left their Wii Connect 24 feature on, and the characters wandered off into the network and were encountered by other players of the game. The following day, Christian participated in a 2-hour-long IRC chat with members of the Sonichu Girls, who persistently praised and complimented Chris to the point of collectively exclaiming about how they all wanted to lose their virginity to him. Towards the end, he confessed that he didn't get along well with his father, citing his unwillingness to wash his hands, the number of arguments he starts.
Why would, like, these women are literally, like, apparently throwing themselves at you. And what do you reply with? I don't like to wash my hands, and, you know, he just made, like, what the fuck?
And his homophobia as pressure points.
And how much, and how much you're scared of gay people, like, yeah, that's really helping you further in this situation, bub.
Getting asked why he didn't move out and live life on his own, he said he was feeling stressed.
Look, I'm feeling kind of stressed right now. You don't need to, ask me all these questions, like, about what I'm doing. Blue Spike is on one.
Revealed that her real name was Julie. Behind the scenes,
Which is really just a 12-year-old kid.
Was getting more heated, which came to a boil in an IRC chat a day later. Julie confronted Chris, upset to find out that he was still dating Sarah, and Chris was compelled to say that he loved her more than Panda. Then Sarah joined the chat and understandably felt betrayed. Everyone in the chat called him a jerk. Julie was so hurt that she threatened to kill herself and left the chat. Christian responded with a somber damn. He then told
Damn.
Sarah that he loved her more than Julie. After a while,
He said, I don't give a fuck if she's gonna kill herself. I want you to know I love you more than her.
Came back. Chris regrettably confessed that he got carried away and professed his love to both of them. Julie threatened to
He says, can I just love both you bitches? The same damn time? Can I, make you both boyfriend free? Boyfriend?
lying ways to the
Girl
Sonichu girls.
free?
While
I don't
Chris was
know.
still virtually being yelled at and branded as a heartbreaker, he confessed that he needed to finish the comic and left the chat. This day also marked the first documented Skype chat between Chris and Julie, with Julie revealing that she was moving to the United States from her home country, the fictitious
Mulvania!
On January 5th, Christian finally released Sonichu Episode 18 to the public.
Rock
The prologue
on!
of the story once more establishes that all the relevant characters are of legal age by showing the birthday parties of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the Chaotic Combo.
We're all of legal age here. We're all 18, alright? We don't need the cops
At
getting
Jungle
involved.
Beach, Bubbles surprises Blake with a birthday cupcake, and they share a kiss. The episode itself begins with news reporters covering the spring break party, with the anchor of FQX News, Greta Squall, without warning, tearing off her suit to jump into the party herself. The scene cuts to DJ Jams to Sonichu, who thanks Mir Chandler.
I love that name. It's my favorite Sonichu yet. DJ Jam stuff.
Quickville clean, noting that nobody has to go home drunk or somkey. He then promotes Quick Cola and informs the listeners of the upcoming events. The scene then joins Gigliami and Blanca backstage, excitedly waiting to perform. Sonichu and the Rosechus are at the beach enjoying the sun when they spot a mysterious Rosechu. Magichan telepathically informs Bubbles that there is a Sonichu crystal in the ocean, ordering her to fetch it. Sarah Mackenzie and the late Sarah Jackson make a cameo appearance. Chris incorporates an illustration made by Panda Halo into the artwork. Bubbles brings Blake off to the side and tells him that after she receives the crystal, they will meet under Pier 969. After she leaves, the dark new character assumes Bubbles' likeness. Chris then tells the
That skank.
origin story of this new addition to the cast, claiming that one egg from the Rainbow Blast in Episode 1 was launched into space and landed on the moon. After it hatched, Count Graduan appeared to mentor it into adulthood. He announced that she would not be able to give birth, but in return would acquire both male and female genitalia. She
Hell nah. What is this? Is this like the dawn of Chris coming, like, out of the closet, like, that epiphany of
or
his?
he evolved into Sylvana Rosechu. Back in the present day, Bubbles is searching for the crystal, and Christian inserts a reference to the Disney animation The Little Mermaid. Meanwhile, Blake has just purchased a box of condoms labeled Jimmy. When Sylvana,
You just got Jimmy's all
disguised
nah.
as Bubbles, surprises him. She convinces him to forego the condoms. They get to the pier and
Fuck the condoms. Like, bitch, I just wasted this fucking money on this shit, man. More. Like, what is it? Literally, this is for children. Or, like, is it? Like, who is this for, Christian?
have sex. Unbeknownst to Blake, Sylvana secretes a sleep-inducing nectar from her vagina, which tranquilizes him.
I hate when that happens. Every time.
Bubbles then texts Blake, letting him know that she will meet him soon. So Sylvana transforms into Blake. In the meantime, Punchy tells Wild how much he fancies Angelica, but can't seem to express his feelings for her. Wild informs him of a dating education class at Quickville University. They agree that they both will join it. Gigliami is backstage and discovers the sleeping body of the true Blake. Bubbles is about to meet with whom she thinks is Blake when Magi-chan sends her a message telling her that he is an imposter. Skeptical, she tells him to use a thunderbolt attack on her. Unable to replicate the attack, she realizes that it's not the real Blake.
You're not the real Blake. The real Blake would know a thunderbolt attack.
But
What the
before Sylvana
fuck?
could destroy Bubbles, Magi-chan teleports her to Blake's bedside. Finally, Gigliami gets to perform the song War of Love.
Finally, you know, all this action and drama going on. Let Gigliami do her thing.
Blanca Weiss. After she finishes, Christian informs his readership that Blanca found herself a boyfriend and moved back to Kentucky. He also mentions the difficulty he had in choosing one out of 3 women he was flirting with over the internet.
It happens, you know. Too many women.
God and Jesus made the decision easier for him by killing Sarah Jackson in a car crash and revealing the other to be a troll, possibly referring to Jesse
God came to me in a dream and he revealed to me 2 things.
Ruddy. This left only Sarah Mackenzie unscathed, promising her his virginity and eternal loyalty. He gives a brief message of condolence to Ryan Cash.
I was the only one protected by the mercy of God. Please, please have sex with me so God doesn't play any more cruel tricks on us.
On the same day the comic was officially completed, Chris received an email from noted game designer and the then senior executive of Nintendo.
I can't believe he fell for this shit, man. The fucking lead designer of
Garo
Nintendo.
Miyamoto, an elaborate scheme of a troll. The fake Miyamoto told him that he was interested
Fucking
in Chris
Miyamoto.
concerning the Sonic 2 video game. The same troll also assumed the role of James Zilberstein, the alleged lawyer for Nintendo of America, who was often referred to by the nickname Jay-Z. While very flattered, Chris voiced his concern concerning the commute to Nintendo headquarters in Washington State. The following day, he expressed his elation in a video.
For those of you who own a Nintendo Wii and the Animal Crossing City Folk game, you'll be interested to know. Sonic Chew and Rose Chew, actual villagers, coming to your town.
His character is so, or his shirt is so cartoonish with the
2009, my
fucking...
27th birthday. And, also
Jesus
with that,
Christ, that makes me depressed. His 27th birthday. And he's still like this. Like, I don't like what you like and do what you want to do, but holy shit, like, you know, you gotta have some sort of level of maturity at this point. You know, I'm 26, and I don't act like this. I mean, I like video games and shit, but I don't know. I don't mean to judge, but this is crazy to me. Just bonkers.
I am definitely in talks, aside from the Nintendo
He
Association.
truly believes he was in talks with Nintendo at
Who
27.
has informed me about the Animal Crossing deal, as well as their lawyer, the lawyer of Nintendo of America, who I will not reveal their names. Keep them quiet there.
He talks about an issue concerning the names of some of his characters.
I am working on the edits among the comics, you know, with name changes of some of the characters, because some of them are based on real life, but most are not. And also, I had to talk with the lawyer and sort out which were most relative to Sancha himself and the franchise, as well as those are only relative to me and my person, and those that were not relative to either one.
He's saying like relative like a bunch of times, like it makes him sound smarter, but it just sounds like bloobity blop.
And you know, just let y'all see what I did with my Wiimote and nunchuck. Look,
You ruined it
Sanchi
and
colors.
called all over it.
And I painted silver C's around the Wii. You know, make it more like Queek. And then, you know, just keeping it CWC there.
Gotta keep it
Okay,
quick.
so
Quick,
enjoy.
big
Continue to
C's.
make Sanchi and Roadshoe very popular and praise him very much. Then we can get the games made. Alright. That's about it for now. Have a good day.
Christian was told by Miyamoto and or Zilberstein that he was legally obliged to change the names of all the characters in his comics who were based on real people.
Nicole Rammer.
Through the entire Sonichu back catalog, altering the names of people from his real life. Mary Lee Walsh, for instance, was reimagined as Sloweel Ryam, and sometimes Sloweel the Witch, the names of whom being based on the reverse spelling of Mary Lee Walsh. Despite him manually altering all the instances of actual people being mentioned in his comic, he made no attempt at correcting the numerous spelling mistakes present throughout. Likewise, he was instructed to change his Curse-Hameha attack because the word curse was deemed too aggressive. Chris consequently changed it to a Shin-Ye-Hameha,
Curse is just too aggressive.
which was likely to have been a reference to the anime series Excel Saga director's name, Shinichi Nabeshin Watanabe, and is a similar use of wordplay to the Nabehameha, which is the iteration used in Excel Saga. This ongoing relationship between Christian and Miyamoto came to be referred to by the trolls
As the Miyamoto saga.
They began to apply this label to other past interactions with Chris and particular people, be they real or fake. For example, his relationship with Megan became known as the Megan Saga. His conflict with Stackhouse was the Adam Stackhouse Saga, and his failed romance with Blanca.
Anyone that became
Blanca
involved with
This
Chris's
categorization
life.
system became common practice with future trolling endeavors and important life events. On January 6th, the same troll who posed as Miyamoto and his lawyer assumed the identity of Greg Mays, a web designer working for Nintendo, and emailed Chris informing him that he had been assigned with the task of redesigning the Sonichu website in anticipation of Sonichu and Rosechu's incorporation into Animal Crossing. After a few exchanges, Christian gave Greg the administrative password to Sonichu.net, which was swiftly changed
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? You ruined it.
so Chris could not access it anymore. His other themed websites were also blocked. Mays claimed that lawyers representing Sega
Seriously, Greg Mays.
conflict. Despite Mays denying it, Chris accused him of being a troll. Now listen, sir. I want you to restore all the files you've deleted from Sonichu.net, the Sonichu and Roastu fan site, Quick's Pokesite 2, and the other Quick sites that were on there, or I will have my lawyer, his people of Nintendo, and the people of Sega.
I'll have the
Power
people
Mr.
of
Miyamoto
Sega,
himself,
God
begin a
himself,
tracking team, track you down,
Miyamoto.
and force you to restore Sonichu.net, and all with a cruel, beating up, terribly painful punishment. You do not want to remain on my bad side.
My fangs are sharp.
Thirst for blood, even though I am Cherokee.
My fangs are sharp and I can thirst for blood, even though I am Cherokee. He believes he's Cherokee. I mean, I think I'd believe you're a vampire more than you were a Cherokee. Like, oh my god.
Not a vampire. Greg Mays even showed Chris a mock-up of the proposed new design to prove that he was not a troll, only to be apparently fired by Nintendo. Look, thanks to a mistake on Sega's part, I've lost my job, and now I can't feed my kid for the next week. I offered to restore the site, but you wouldn't let me, so the client, you, has been lost, and my employer just fired me. I am crying right now. Thanks. Christian made a video addressing the issue.
Unfortunately, due to a troll having found access to the database behind Sonichu.net, it is temporarily shut down, and I cannot change the password
It
at the
is
moment.
temporary shutdown.
But apparently the guy said that it can't fix it, so pretty much forced him to do it. So, you know, Greg Mays at gmail.com with 3 G's in the Greg. If you do not re-upload Sonichu.net back to the way it was, I will come down at you with my boys from Nintendo and my lawyer man from Nintendo, Jay-Z.
My lawyer man from
And the
Nintendo,
boys at Sega.
Jay-Z.
They're gonna track you down. we're gonna punish you for what
What
you
does he think Nintendo is? I mean, I guess kind of. But they're
did.
not
You
like
don't
John
bring
Wick,
my
you
website
know,
back
like
up to the
John
way
Wick
it was.
Society, the organization.
Daisy, if you were the one that trolls the one to response, you're getting it. So just listen to me, you jerk. Re-upload it, or we're gonna rain heckle on you, because I'm not afraid to show my thanks. I digress. Peace and love to all the rest of the loyal Sanchi and Roast You fans. Thank you for your patience.
Despite the troubles concerning his website, he continued to correspond with Shigeru Miyamoto, recounting the discussions he had with his parents. Mr. Miyamoto, my mother has given the issue much thought, and she feels that she should come with me to be my escort. Personally, I also would feel better and safer with her around. I'm sure you can understand, since upon my understanding based on your past story ideas with Pokemon at least, and Ash with his mother in the second and third movies, my mother and I felt the sense of those who worked on them had deep affections for their mothers as well. We were deeply moved. My father, who has traveled with General Electric, says that Nintendo should pay for mine and my mother's tickets in advance. Then my mother and I can pick them up at the airport. Please let me know swiftly if it's possible. Due to our financial situation, and my father being a penny pincher, we need you to advance the tickets to me and my mother, please. Barbara herself contributed an email to Miyamoto. We apologize for any inconvenience. A rush request of this nature jams the thinking process and does not allow time for working out all details to travel from coast to coast, and does not allow for necessary financial arrangements. We thank you for this opportunity and hopefully can come to the best solutions for all involved in this venture. Robert and Barbara, writer, have both had experience with big business with General Electric Company and Reynolds Metals. Of historic value to the computer world, Robert was in on the research and development from the beginning, and without his knowledge, NES might not have arrived so soon. We look forward to joining with you in this venture. Yours truly, Barbara Weston Chandler, mother. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., father.
They were convinced too? Like,
After
bro.
arranging a new date, Chris presented Silberstein with new game ideas, talked about his vast game collection, and suggested that it would be no trouble for Miyamoto to send him $800 to cover the trip to Washington. He suggested a plan B, which involved flying Miyamoto to Chris's house instead, but understood
Miyamoto, my man, you could come here.
that it would be
We could
challenging
cool
given
it.
his busy schedule. When suggested that he should sell off his games to pay for his trip, Chris stated that he couldn't due to the history he had with them. He also talked about
What if this was a real situation? He's like, nah, man, I can't sacrifice my game to change my life for, forever.
receiving a monthly social security payment for his disability, and then talked about the numerous times in his life he overcame the odds. On January 12th, the troll behind Greg Mays told Chris that he was actually Jason Kendrick Howell, and said that in order to regain access,
You must be. Of course, you can always make a video proclaiming how straight you are. Either choice, gay or straight. Which will it be?
to Sonichu.net, he had to make a video announcing that he was either
If I make a video with a proclamation, will you give me the new password?
straight or gay, leaving the choice up to Chris. He made a 9-second long video stating that he was straight, holding up a poster of Britney Spears as proof.
Don't you forget.
Consulted by its
Unrefutable
one who calls
proof.
himself Jason ordered Chris to make a much longer video. He conceded, making a near 10-minute long video in which he professes that he is straight.
You know who I am.
The
But
most
I have
straight
finally
man in
decided
the
to
world.
make this
Look
video
at
because
that.
I am sick of all
Look
the
at his attire. This is the outfit of the most straight man you'll ever see in your
false
life.
accusations and rumors and slanders that have been going around on the internet against me. So I tell you for sure and for true that I am straight. Most of my friends in my life have been female. I've had only few male acquaintances, and they've definitely turned me off, the majority of them, because they are rude, crude, and inconsiderate, causing wars and such.
Oh my god.
But women are so kind and sweet. And you don't have to look at any of them in bikinis or in a nude to not
I
to
I
fail
mean,
to
yeah,
see.
I
To
guess.
fail to see the beauty in each and every wonderful woman. And between them and me and the majority of the world, we all just want to be understood. And I understand the ladies.
Do you?
I understand the women.
I don't know.
You could definitely see the sheer brilliance of their delightful personalities.
They're
Each and every
delightful.
one of them. And just because they act in a harsh nature, even when they should be calm and peaceful, they still care about the men in their lives. And especially the children that she and her husband put together.
Like a sandwich.
Like I would be putting together with my sweetheart. My sweet panda.
I wonder if he has donated sperm, like if anyone did become like Chris's child, because that would be hilarious. Someone out there being
I
Chris's
appreciate the
son
interview
without
more
even knowing it,
than the outer beauty.
or daughter.
But yet I am attracted to the outer beauty as well, as the majority of my gender should be able to appreciate. And Playboy has been able to help us in that sense to better relate and further our appreciation
Playboy is what brings us closer to the female species and understanding them as a whole and what they're all about.
for the female species, the females, the women.
The beautiful ladies.
But I digress beholding a Playboy. I still
Beholding.
care about the women. And I even go as far as to stoop to one low level. Boobies. Vaginas.
Oh, mamma mia, baba booey, awooga.
Christian Weston Chandler. I am straight.
Straight as heck, man. Just love those personalities.
Peace.
After the video was completed, Hal asked one more thing of Chris. Saddened by the loss of both of his own parents, he wanted Chris to make a video with Bob and Barb and to have them express how proud they are of him. He said that he would film it soon. He never did.
He never
On January
did.
15th, 2009, Chris announced that Sonichu.net was restored and also uploaded a video officially denouncing ED.
I am hereby making it official and making a statement that the majority to every single detail on that heinous page against me is all a pack of lies, bunch of slanders, twists of my own actual words and drawings and such for the trolls / internet bullies' own evil purposes. I'm a good person.
I'm
I'm
good-natured.
good-natured, but I will show my
Fangs.
Fangs. Only when I have to.
I will show my
I'm
fangs.
showing my fangs right now against that page.
He also thanks Sarah Mackenzie and the Sonichu girls for their ability to appreciate and understand him for who he is.
So I'm making it official. Nobody will be allowed or ever able to use anything on that page, that Encyclopedia Dramatica page, with the name Chris Chan or something similar along the lines of running to Christian Weston Chandler or Christopher Weston Chandler, or even Christopher Christian Weston Chandler or Christian Christopher Weston Chandler, among those names. I curse y'all to bad luck and extreme misfortune.
Curse
Yeah, ha! Peace.
The following day, Christian stated that Jason had seized control of Sonichu.net once again and announced the conception of his new domain.
That bastard, Jason Kendrick Howard, the guy who originally started the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, hacked my tripod account the first time, and after recovering the password and full capability of the tripod account, he just hacked into it again. So in the future, from this point on, it's sonichu.info. Info.
On January 17th, the troll masquerading as Jason Kendrick Howell revealed himself to be Ryan Cash's older brother,
Clyde Cash.
Refusing to believe this latest revelation, he continued to refer to the troll as Howell and left an angry message on his voicemail.
Jason Kendrick Howell, you bastard! Bastard! You collected everything! You have driven me so beyond the wall I can't even describe
You
it.
drove him into madness.
Pray you dead! Goodbye!
With Troll's moves and behavior becoming predictable, Chris could have had the sense to ignore them, as he had stated before, and not fuel the fire. He could have realized that the trolls only craved for attention and would grow in tenacity once noticed. Clyde Cash would prove to be no different.
Ain't that the truth? The introduction of Blue Spike and Clyde Cash in one episode. Anyways, I'll see you guys for part 9. Peace out.